but look, the reality is, in 2 short weeks, Donald Trump is going to be in the Oval Office.
For some reason, you know, there was a black line saying heads up.
If I were a European leader or I were a black,
I don't know what it was.
I would also want to be dialoguing directly with the guy who's going to be making decisions. And I think
it's kind of messed up, you know. All I have it was on was the news. That's all I have it on.
European leaders are going to be able to have an influence on the incoming administration.
But I guess, hey, that's YouTube, isn't
Former
it?
Chief of Staff at the CIA and Department of Defense, Jeremy Bash, thank you very much for coming on this morning. We appreciate it. And still ahead on Morning Joe, President-elect Trump issues a new threat to jail lawmakers who investigated the January 6th Capitol attack. What former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney is saying about that, plus Joe's wide-ranging interview with former President Bill Clinton, where they discussed bridging the divide between Democrats and Republicans.
We're living in a time when we are both deeply and yet fairly closely divided. Now, President Trump received won a fairly healthy electoral victory for a simple reason. A lot of voters who thought Trump was economically successful before COVID hit, and they got that check from him in the mail that he signed with more Democrats than Republicans voted for the bill, but he said outside it, if I can send the check out, he knew what he was doing. Then Vice President Harris had an almost impossible job because she became a candidate at a time when no one else could legally access the money that had already been given to Joe Biden, and there was no time to have primaries. So she was, in effect, a stranger to people. The people knew what they liked about Trump and what they didn't. And about 54% of them would have happily voted for somebody else. But people didn't feel that they knew about Harris.
And we're still a 50-50 nation. I know the day after, everybody, Democrats were in shock. But the further you get out, you go, wait a second. She lost Wisconsin by less than 1% of the vote. 1% of the vote. Michigan about 1.2%.
I'm back.
1.3%. The same with Pennsylvania, a little bit more.
I said I had the black line.
Democratic senators won in those states. A progressive Democratic senator won in Arizona. I mean, we still are such a closely divided nation politically, aren't we?
I think that a lot of it is the information system. I think we should all be talking to each other and not playing.
Only thing I would have to put in there is tomorrow's medicine. Yeah, I had a black line. And all I'm doing is I got the news on. That's it. I got on Morning Joe. I got it on MSNBC. I don't understand. I said, but I guess you know that's YouTube bullshit. You know?
Still won't survive cancer.
In this family, we won't stop until no child dies from cancer.
This holiday season, join our St. Jude family. We need you. Please donate now.
To me, Harlem is home, but home is also your body. I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio.
It's kind of weird.
It's not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3.
I said I got my vitamins and one of my medications in here that I take from the bottle, and guess I'll just put that in my bag for tomorrow.
Disability is not a dirty word.
It takes a lot to be able to get to the pride part of disability because we live in an ableist society.
There are millions of people like me. They are overlooked and underestimated.
I have a mind, I have a heart, I have a passion.
It's who I am, whether I'm sitting or standing.
If I didn't have this disability, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
But disability.
With pride.
There you go. We don't call it a disability. We call it a ability. You take the dis out of it and put ability.
For a fresh approach to dog food. Every day.
That's how you put it. You don't put You don't say,
and feed their dogs
you
fresh
can
food
say
from the
disability,
farmer's
but take away the dis
made by vets
and put
and
out
delivered
the
right to your door, precisely
put in the
portioned
ability.
for your dog's needs. It's an idea whose time has come.
Let's go.
When you're a leader that's for cleanup and restoration, how do you make like it never even happened? Happen? Fire it up, Randy! But be prepared for anything!
The time has come.
Whatever comes your way, there's a pro for that. Serve pro. Like it never even happened.
At Bombas, we make the most comfortable socks in the history of feet. So comfortable, you'll wish you had more. Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
I like Bombas. I like what they stand for. You buy a pair of socks and they give a pair of socks to a homeless shelter. I love that idea.
No harsh laxatives, cramping or straining. Colace. Does shopping for bladder control products have you feeling like you need someone to be on the lookout for you? Now you have your privacy back. We're HDIS, and we home deliver bladder control products directly to you. We're always on the lookout for you. You get free shipping
The
and
time has
plain unmarked
come.
boxes. So your private matters, stay private. We
And all I'm
understand how you
doing,
feel. For over
all that's on
35
TV
years,
is
we've delivered bladder
Morning
control
Joe.
products to millions of Americans, just like you.
They'll send me an email saying what they had to
Call now for your free product sample pack and over $45 in money-saving coupons.
You know.
At HDIS, we're always in stock. We carry all brands in hundreds of styles and sizes. You'll be sure to get what you need, guaranteed.
Quick question.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog at $45 in money saving.
The meaning of life is one thing, and that's the thing that you got to realize that for yourself. So that's really
Uncommon goods
not
takes
an
your thoughts
answer.
and turns them into brilliant
I know, and I
objects.
said I just had that black line on my
Entire
last
show, I
stream.
say chat, a special snowflake. Anyway, you get the idea. The brilliant one. Shop brilliantly at uncommongoods.com.
Want the effects of Viagra, but
I noticed, I had that black line. I said, what in the hell is this black line for? It's not, I know I'm not playing music. Yep.
44 past the hour, President-elect Trump is vowing to pardon the January 6th insurrectionists on his first day in office, while members of the
Nope.
House January 6th Select Committee, he says, should go to jail. Here's what he told Media
Yep.
Press moderator Kristen Welker over the weekend.
Cheney was behind it, and so was Benny Thompson and everybody on that committee.
we're gonna.
For what they did,
Yeah.
honestly, they should go to jail.
So you think Liz Cheney should go to jail?
For what they
Everyone
did.
on the committee.
Okay, Mr. Felon your damn self.
Director, FBI
Let's go to
director,
jail.
Attorney General to send them to
No,
jail.
not at all. I think that they'll have to look at that, but I'm gonna focus on drill, baby, drill. I'm gonna look at everything. We're gonna look at individual
Everyone.
cases, yeah,
Okay.
but I'm gonna be acting very quickly.
Within your first 100 days, first day?
First day,
First day.
yeah, I'm looking
To
first
issue
day.
these pardons.
These people have been there, how long is it, 3 or 4 years?
Okay.
By the way, they've been in there for years, and they're in a filthy, disgusting place that shouldn't even be allowed to be open.
So they're in jail for committing crimes. Peter Baker, your thoughts on these comments and the impact such action would have?
Well, of course, it's striking. What he's saying is the people who attacked the Capitol, who assaulted police officers, who tried to stop the peaceful transfer of power, should be let out of prison. And the people who investigated that attack should be put in prison.
This is why we're going
And
to go to
that's,
hell,
I think,
everybody.
It's pretty straightforward in terms of his priorities and his values. Look, a lot of things he just said there are not true. It's important to remember, for instance, that the vast majority of those who have been convicted of offenses on January 6th are no longer behind bars. Only a handful really are in that Washington jail he's talking about. And those are the ones who were convicted of the most violent of crimes, the ones who really hurt people on that day. So the people he's talking about actually releasing from prison are the ones who are the most violent of all. It's also the case that he says that Liz Cheney and the members of the January 6th committee in some way destroyed evidence. That's been debunked. That's not true, but he's using that as a predicate to argue that they should somehow be put behind bars. And I think that this suggests for all those who want to believe that Donald Trump is somehow going to be a kinder, gentler version of himself, that the talk of retribution during the campaign was just so much bluster. That's just not the way it looks like now. He's putting in Kash Patel at the FBI if he's confirmed by the Senate. Yeah. Kash Patel has been very clear. He's planning to come after, that's his phrase, come after those that he believes have been unfair in some way to Donald Trump, violated the law. He accuses people who are critical of Trump. So I think that this is a very, telling indicator of where things may or may not go after January 20th.
Right, not surprising. Peter Baker of the New York Times, thank you very much. And coming up on Morning Joe, as the manhunt continues for the gunman who killed the CEO of United Healthcare, there have been some on social media appearing to celebrate
you're going to get blocked, Mike.
We'll have the latest on the investigation and how the online culture of hate could be putting more in danger. That's next on Morning Joe.
Fuck you, Mike.
Asthma.
You want to try. Fuck you, Mike.
With who you love? Get back to better breathing with Fasenra, an add-on treatment for eosinophilic asthma taken once every 8 weeks. Fasenra is not presenting breathing problems. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Get help for swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop your asthma treatments without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or you have a parasitic infection. Headache and sore throat may occur. Ask your doctor if Fasenra is right for you.
This is the sound of the season's favorite gift. For a limited time, Omaha Steaks is offering the favorite gift package that includes our famous bacon-wrapped filet mignon, our delicious air-chilled chicken breast, burgers, franks, sides, and desserts, all for just $89.99. That's 64% off. Order now to include 4 more burgers free. This exclusive TV offer is our best of the season and won't last. Order today at omahasteaks.com/TV.
I love this.
And
we are trying to shut down this legal loophole to get 100 milligram generic Viagra or 20 milligram generic Cialis delivered to your door for just 87 cents in less than 2 minutes. Do this. First, scan the QR code to go to GetFridayPlans.com.
Go on, PORN.
Then you select if you need generic Viagra or Cialis, the quantity you need, and the dosage.
You have already been hidden.
Thank you very much.
I know that you can see this.
Will see if you qualify.
So
Give a second to find the best deals, and boom, look at that. 87 cents for each one.
I do believe I got a video that is premiering today. Not premiering, but is going to be uploaded. I mean, it's uploaded now. It's going to be shown today or tonight.
Don't
one
wait.
of the two.
Scan the QR code or go to GetFridayPlans.com now.
Mike.
It's 49 past the hour. Beautiful shot of New York City. The New York City Police Department has released new photos of a person of interest in the death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The photos were taken from a taxi camera. Authorities believe the suspect took a cab after the shooting outside the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan Wednesday morning. It's believed he used a bike to get to Central Park, which is just a few blocks away,
Rent a bike.
and then got into a cab and
Rent a
went to a
cab.
bus station near
Took
the
a bus.
George Washington Bridge. Police say surveillance video shows the suspect going into the station but not coming out. On Saturday, police found a backpack in Central Park that they believe the gunman discarded after the attack. 4 sources familiar with the investigation tell NBC News the gun used in the shooting was not found in the bag, but police did find a jacket and some Monopoly game money. Let's bring in NBC News national security analyst, former FBI Special Agent Clint Watts, also with us, New York Times reporter covering internet culture, Madison Malone Kircher. She is covering the story with a new piece
Monopoly
entitled
money.
Torrent of Hate for Health Insurance Industry Follows CEO's Killing. But Clint, let's start with the investigation. I think a lot of people are thinking, why haven't they found this guy? Why haven't they arrested him? What is making this so difficult as far as you can tell?
Mika, I think there's a big difference in this case compared to a lot of the cases that I might be on here talking about, which is the shooter went to great lengths to cover his tracks. He wasn't on camera a lot. If he was, he had a mask. He used things like cash. He didn't leave a lot of physical evidence. He was there doing reconnaissance for a number of days. This is quite different from some of the mass shootings or other attacks that we've seen that have been very targeted. Also, the withdrawal, very interesting. He's used a bus to get into the city, maybe a bus to leave the city, used a bicycle into Central Park, which is one of the least dense areas of New York City in terms of cameras. And then just looking at the way this plot was thought through, he thought all the way up to the point of the attack and all the way in terms of his withdrawal. I think that might be, something of concern for what his intentions might be in the future.
All right, and Madison, I want to switch to you on what has been spinning out on social media and quite frankly into the public discourse about not just the CEO, but the whole healthcare industry, but the focus on him is deeply disturbing. The types of things that are being said, not only endanger the lives of other CEOs in this industry, but I'm deeply worried for his family. And there's so much negative impact to what is happening. And yet social media, it seems to thrive on this, especially Twitter.
Absolutely. The response we've been seeing in the wake of the shooting has been incredibly callous. But I do think it's important to note that the language of the internet is often couched in a deep sense of dark irony. So this reaction, while brutal for Mr. Thompson's family and friends, I have no doubt, is not that unexpected in the way we see events like these processed online.
So let me follow up though. Hold on 1 second. It's not just brutal for his family, it could be dangerous for them. And is there what do you make of this? This happens to not just this situation, but to a lot of people when the tide turns against them fairly, unfairly. Are we working toward any type of ability to perhaps, I don't know if it's regulation or through their own behavior, put an end to this type of action on social media?
I think this is a pretty typical reaction. We've seen reactions like these before. We likely will again. I do think, again, though, it's really important to talk about, while there are some people online calling for quite literal violence, further violence, many people here are coming from a place of deep, deep hurt and frustration with a system, private healthcare insurance in the United States, that's so much larger than Brian Thompson. And that is where I think this torrent of hate really is stemming from more broadly.
Yeah, and no question that the calls for further violence completely out of bounds.
Of course.
And Clint, though, but this is a real thing. This vein of anger. How much are law enforcement looking at this and these other Twitter threats as possible motives for this killing?
Two parts for all these healthcare leaders and for these companies now. Vulnerability assessment. Where are they going? Are they out in public? Is there public information about them? You're seeing them take leaders off websites now, really being more careful about the information. But then on the threat side, when it comes to social media, it's stochastic terrorism. We've talked about it. It's terrorist ideology, but with any ideology or motivation, when you see public violent rhetoric, the larger the volume, there's always a fraction of 1%. Somebody that's maybe thought of doing something like this and finds inspiration in this attack. That's what law enforcement is really going to have to watch out for now, much in the way that we've done other terrorist sort of organizations in the past. What's that small minority that might want to mobilize to violence in the future?
NBC News national security analyst Clint Watts, thank you. We'll see you in our fourth hour to talk more about the developments in Syria. And New York Times reporter Madison Malone-Kircher, thank you as well. And still ahead on Morning Joe, Democratic Senator-elect Adam Schiff of California will be our guest ahead of his swearing-in ceremony today. Plus, we'll play for you Joe's interview with former President Bill Clinton. Hear his thoughts on the state of the Democratic Party and much more. Morning Joe will be right back.
Yeah, I believe that's why
I've been a
it
part
was
of the
just playing
Singing
music.
family for years, and I never thought I'd hear the words Your child has cancer. Well, my 18-year-old daughter was diagnosed with medulloblastoma, a brain tumor. She chose to be treated closer to her twin sister, and thankfully, she is in remission today. St. Jude's groundbreaking research in medulloblastoma has helped pediatric hospitals everywhere. St. Jude is committed to finding cures and saving children. Please donate now.
A Chewy order for Cole is on the way. Because Mom and Dad told the girls, if they weren't on their best behavior, this year, they'd get. And with Cole and the family, Mom and Dad used Chewy to get everything delivered in time for the holidays. At prices everyone feels jolly about. For low prices and fast shipping. For holidays with pets, there's Chewy.
Are you overwhelmed with identity management in the context of omnipresent threats to your organization?
Hi, so no one knows what that means.
What's happening?
Just explain a lot to help secure digital identity. Keep it simple.
Well, like what?
Like when delivering a fresh uniform. Or viewing your results. Yeah, it's that. Or making brides swoon at the high school reunion.
Oh, I love that color. Phew, that was a lot.
Oh, there's more. Like, lots more.
I was drowning in debt.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off.
There is one more book I want to put on my Amazon wish list.
Reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
I just thought about it. And it's going to be by
You have a powerful
Craig
team that knows how to
Melvin.
talk to your creditors.
National Debt Relief, they got me out of debt. Call or
Just
visit
thought about it.
nationaldebtrelief.com
South
to
Carolina's
get
own
started.
Craig
Hi,
Melvin.
Grandma. I played baseball today. Oh, that's great.
What position did you play?
First base. That's what my grandpa used to play.
He is the
We are
anchor
hearing it wouldn't allow
of
us to use a
today.
regular
He will
phone.
be the
It
main
makes me
anchor
isolated.
of today
Difficult to
after
communicate
the
with our
first of
friends.
the year.
Clear captions was an easy solution for us.
Clear Captions provides captions on a phone like captioning on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it.
Making it easy to
I mean, come on.
understand and respond immediately.
There is
South
no
Carolina,
insurance or Medicare
especially
required.
the
Clear
Greenbelt,
Caption service
had-
is provided at no cost to you.
I just
through a
seen it
federally
all
funded program.
lined up. You had
We deliver,
Craig
install, and
Melvin
train you on how to use your phone, all at no
being
cost to you.
announced as the new
Give your
anchor
loved ones the
person
independence and connection they deserve.
Call
of
now to see if
today
you
when
qualify to
Hoda
get a Clear Captions phone at no cost to you.
retires.
Call
We'll have to use for retire.
1-800-714-2088.
She's moving on to bigger and better things, and we're going to miss Miss Hoda. And
What drives your business? Numbers,
of
data,
course,
sales?
by the sounds
Sure.
of
But it's
Southeast.
your people
If you
who
hadn't
define
seen
your
it,
business.
check it
That's
out.
why
I
Pinterest
got it
reinvents
on
the way to find and keep
I
the
got
best
it
people.
on
Smart,
I did a live
streamlined
stream.
HR technology assisted by AI and our team of HR experts. Everything you
I
need
couldn't
to
miss
recruit,
it. Couldn't
motivate,
miss my
and support your
Gamecocks. I
employees.
couldn't miss
Because your
couldn't
people
miss
are your
Carolina
business.
marching
Start
band.
reinventing your
And they
business
did
at
it in the rain.
paychecks.com/TV.
History is being made. National Collectors Mint at the Cook Islands announced their first
But I have to brag.
Treasurer of the United States helped start the
I'm
US
very,
Silver
very
Bill
proud
program,
of them.
but dreamed of a silver double eagle $2 coin. Now comes the first
But
0.25
that's
20-ounce
another
2025
book that I wanted to
silver
put on my
double
Amazon wish
Cook Island's
list.
non-circulating legal tender coin
Hopefully.
is purer than any U.S. silver dollar ever to circulate. It boasts 2 eagles in flight and the iconic Liberty Bell. Get your own .999 silver $2 double eagle. Price was to be set at $39. Now yours for only $19.95. Strict limit of 5 coins per caller. 100% guarantee of satisfaction. Hurry. Call now.
To order, call 1-800-348-3531.
So, I'm
Strict
gonna
limit
go
5
ahead.
points per caller. Call 1-800-348-3531.
I'm going to end this live.
1-800-348-3531.
And I'm going to do that
Caller log on now.
right now. So y'all be good.
At long last,
Y'all
the
take
Soviet
care.
Union's fallen. This regime
See y'all tomorrow at a special place.
nearly hundreds of
So,
thousands of innocent Syrians.
love
The
y'all.
fall of the regime
Bye.
is a fundamental act of justice